good? What's good, man?
It's chilling, you know.
Yo, okay. We always try to let people know the location, man, the country we in, exactly what part we at. So let them know.
592, we in Guyana right now. Plum Park, it's a fire, you know. We in East Coast, we in the East Coast district right now, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before we get into you, this is stomping grounds, everything. So you could describe this area and what are you trying to do as far as an artist coming out of this area?
This area right here is, you know, there's a lot of youths around, you know, and they're doing a lot of good things, you know. They got like a little business and stuff around, little shop and stuff like that. Getting, you know, taking yourself off the street from linemen or whatever. And I've been in like 8 years. I originate from West Ronville, actually, born and born in West Ronville. My mother built a house out here, so I've been in like 8 years at this spot. And then what I'm trying to do is just like inspire, you know, like a lot of youths out here like look at me and see me like somebody that they could try to like strive to be, because I'm still trying to go farther. But at least for now, you know what I mean, I'm inspiring and putting on music and doing what I got to do. So the whole thing right now is just to show you like you got to fight for what you want, you know what I mean? Fight for what you want. If it's music you're into, just put your heart into it, be confident, be brave, and just go for it, like simple. So it's just like no fear, you know?
Sure did. Okay, so let's get into you as an artist. Guyana. What kind of music comes out of Guyana first off?
What kind of music comes out of Guyana?
Okay. What's the main sounds that's coming out?
Main sounds that's coming out, like, oh man, it's hard to say. Like it all depends on like I would say what time of year it is. Mm-hmm. Like if there's like things going on, like cultural things going on, like MARKSMAN can be the soca thing, buzzing and stuff like that. So, you know, I guess this was trending right now. I guess this was going on. But as far as like Guyanese music, like we all know, there's not a stamp on a song for us. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So for me, like the whole thing is like playing around with different songs and just trying to find something that suits home. Yeah. So when you're making music, like people home can relate to it, as opposed to it being a totally different song. Like they can't even relate to the message you're trying to put over, because like the music behind it, the beat, it's not really like representing what you're saying. Like so, it's going to be hard for them to get it. So the music right now that I'm making is music that, you know, people can relate to. Like Bounce Around right now is out on YouTube right now, and you know, in the chorus, you know, we're talking about GT and with like locations like in East and Marriott and stuff like that. You know, we're trying to put a blend with home with the hip hop, of course, but it's like 50-50. Yeah, we're trying to put like a 50-50 balance between it, so it won't really go over.
Okay. Okay, so basically creating something new.
Yeah, trying to create something.
The movement wise, as far as with the music.
Yeah.
What do you feel is this step of pushing it? Are you gonna start pushing it locally, then start going global with it?
Yeah. Because you know the guy saying, you know, dance a yard for your dance abroad. So, you know, we're trying to like do it home, like on a level for us, even before, right? But the movement is Soul Rich Dynasty / Silver Bagwell. Silver Bagwell is an extension of Soul Rich Dynasty, like the whole crew and the movement and the label. Silver Bagwell will be like an extension of the street side, like the clothing line and stuff like that. And you know, what we're doing right now, we're trying to get like a street promo team up. You know, like posters up and stuff like that, and you know, just pushing, just trying to like be in the face of the public, whether it be on social media, whether it be on like local channels and stuff like that. Yeah. So you know, it's all about pushing. So that's what we're trying to do.
So what's the first single that you're gonna drop off of?
Off of Silver Bagwell. The first single I'm dropping would be I don't know, I can say the L word, right?
Yeah.
It's These Niggas Mad. These niggas mad. You know what I mean?
Hey.
Yeah. Came up off of freestyle. I was just doing it in the shop, like we was playing the beats, and it's just like, yo, you kick some freestyle, and just hope just came up just like that. So I just ran with it. I wrote like a couple verses, and you know, it's fire, straight fire, flow fast and everything.
Let's get the history on bounce around.
Yeah, I'll get back to the question.
Let's get the history on
history on bounce around. G. I'm glad you asked the question. Yeah. I know there's a lot of like tap how it was made and like who sang it is and all that. Mm-hmm. But a friend of mine, shout out Ikaida, aka Double, made the beat right, and I was working on a mixtape called Phantom Zone, and I already like did like a couple songs, and it was like enough. And when he gave me the beat, I didn't want to use it anymore, so I gave it to my friend, which is G Love, Chemation, and he did the song with right, and he took it, and we sat together, and we came with the chorus. He right in West Rumpel, and we just like put it down, like we put it on a SoundCloud, but we didn't really. Like I knew it was a big song or whatever. Like I knew like people gravitate to it, but for some reason like I don't think it was the right time to release it. So I just released it now, and like it wasn't since like the neighborhood whenever we were around, like it just bounce around like this. Everybody just seeing the same bounce around. You know what I mean? So it's a good look. But yeah.
Okay. So what songs is out now? Would you say that's the hottest rap song right now? Cause we gonna get to what we was discussing.
Locally. Well. If you want to put Bounce Around as a rap song, it is the hardest like rap song. But like it got like a little mix to it. But like I'm a rapper, so you gonna classify it as a rap song. So yeah, like Bounce Around is like the reason why Bounce Around has like no disrespect, like you, like that's what I'm saying. G, like as a rapper, you gotta know the word. G, like son. Name a rapper home that you could pull somebody off the street and in their neighborhood that they could sing along with a chorus for like one of the songs or like the force or something like that, right? So when you got things like that going on, like when you got like people like quote your lines and like sing your lines, like you already know like yo they're doing something. You feel me?
That's true.
So
that's true.
And it's rap music like I said, so but it's just that it's so catchy and that's the whole thing for me. Like a rapper, I'm trying to like make it music they can understand locally. And still be hot.
Sure did. And what we was discussing earlier, because this is Wealthy Lifestyle TV and everything is raw.
Yeah, we gotta get into it. Definitely.
Underground King.
Mm-hmm.
I think with the statement that you made, I think it's gonna set the bar high. I respect that statement because you already know in hip hop, everybody feel like they're the king. But you said it respectfully as underground king, right? Mm-hmm. So that's even better because we got a lot of underground artists that's here in Guyana as much as us the Caribbean.
Right.
So you're the underground king of Guyana and you claim that.
Yeah, I claim that definitely.
And I feel that set the bar for a lot of hip hop artists. It's gonna make the work ethic a little bit harder. But can you describe why you feel you're an underground king and not an artist that's still doing it?
Like this self-claimed title is just from like all the work like put in and respect like gained from it. Yeah. And like just straight up talent because I never miss a beat, G. You feel me? And I'm in the studio, like I get down, like they know me, like I get down in the studio. You feel me?
Yeah.
And, like sound concepts and all, like more work, like I just sum up like 10 mixtapes with this last project right here. This last project. Sum up like 10 tapes. And just like less than 10 years, I've been rapping for 8 years. So the reason why like I would really say it though is the fact that just being consistent. Like you can't consider yourself better than another artist and you're not working.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
that's true.
You know what I mean? You gotta be working for you even consider yourself like you be in the same conversation as somebody that's working.
Yeah.
I've been working.
That's true.
So like I outwork a lot of people, like a lot of rappers, you know what I mean? Like, feel me? So and my music is better. So just put it like that, simple.
Gotcha. What I always ask an artist, no matter what country I go to, what interviews I do, in respect to the radios and the local avenues that we have in order to push hip hop music. What's your feedback on that? Like, do you feel it's enough support? Do you feel there need to be more support when it comes to hip hop artists?
Yeah, like there's no question. Like there's not really like no lane for hip hop artists at home.
Yeah.
Like just that, like I ain't really want to put nobody in this spot, but let's just say like let's say a competition with
Yeah.
like rappers, poets, dancehall artists, so-called.
Yeah.
Just hypothetically speaking, let's say the rapper is like better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Like they won't even give it to him because they don't consider it something like they could rap with.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, like they need to respect rap music.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is the first thing. When you respect it, like you can like really start embracing it. You respect the art and the work that goes into it.
That's true.
But as far as like the support, nah, it's like that. There's no support. Like what y'all doing right here, like we need a lot more like this from a lot more, different people and stuff like that. So y'all doing a great thing. So it's just for me. But somebody said something that it had me thinking. Like when I was home, like a couple of days ago, somebody said like, yo, maybe like people waiting to see artists like put out like the very best constantly. So it's like you can't really like turn away from it. There's so much like
that's deep.
Booming, like so I was like that made me think. I mean, like most people just look at like the one side, like you score, like okay, like but you remember now it's like at the end of the day, like it's the investment still.
True indeed.
So I guess I mean maybe people don't want to make no bad investments and stuff like that. So if artists really get in the game and like put out the best quality music, like I think it can change.
Be more consistent.
Yeah, be more consistent.
I think hip hop artists in the Caribbean period, I think we need to recognize the consistency of other genres that's been here for a while, and that is continually to thrive when it comes to music.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order to make a wave outside of well-known artists, your major artists and stuff that's going to be playing on the radio getting spins, I think that is true. I think they need to push it more. Whether I don't even think they need to be the best, whether it's good or bad, because at the end of the day, the fans, the people that's not a fan, they're still gonna be hearing your music, getting your sound. Find out. So what is it like? What inspired you basically to get into hip hop music?
I think it's just the culture, like being young as a teenager.
Yeah.
Like being home as a teenager. Like I used to be playing like Jada Kiss and Mobb Deep and everybody and I'm making like tapes with cassettes.
Yeah.
So I think like just like fell in love with it like at an early age.
Yeah.
So like it just moved from listening to it, being a fan, to like turning away from like whack music that was making like a certain era in it, like I wouldn't really say like the year or artist or whatever, to like saying, alright, cool, let me try it.
Yeah.
Let me try it and see what happens. Let me try it and see what happens. So yeah, it just moved from like stages, and now it's like into putting things out.
Okay.
But I got inspired by the greats, so.
Yeah,
Stock Bundles, though, rest in peace to Stock Bundles. Stock Bundles really,
okay.
Stock Bundles did it for me. Like Stock Bundles did it for me. Like when like the music was trash, like Stock like did it for me in 2005.
Yeah.
So he really made me like think like, oh, he's saying something. Like I could think of some things too. Like
Stack was
he
putting
was a
some
slick talker, like you know what I mean?
He's putting some
so
good
rest
music
in peace,
out.
Stock Bundles, man.
True indeed.
Yeah.
So before we close up, anything you want to say to the fans? Anything you wanna leave? Like, I don't think we got into basically like what your music represents and what you're trying to do with it as a whole, as an artist. Like, how are you trying to push it and what's the movement and everything behind it? So you could tell them that before we go and let them know all the platforms they can find you on.
It's first stuff, you can find me on Instagram at West Marksman, Facebook West Marksman, Twitter West Marksman, YouTube West Marksman, and for me, it's all about like embracing yourself, like as an artist, like the style or whatever. Like I'm just trying to like show like mastering your craft could be something like could really like help you like ease tension and be your own therapy, because music is therapy. So like a lot of people really getting like distracted and feeling a lot of tension due to the situations and stuff like that at times. So like for me, I like my advice to people who like feel in a certain way, just find something that you love, try to master it, and you'll reap the reward from it. Whether it be inspired or you getting a fat check, whatever. You feel me? So it's like I just want to be respected for what I'm doing. You know, I just want to be respected for what I'm doing, because I'm not trying to sound like nobody else.
Yeah.
You see me? So I think like I'm just doing the best I can with my style, and it's working. So see, if a bag of real is gonna be something we look forward to. And it's dropping.
Had to stash it in my crotch, reaching in like a quick scratch. Trying to see my bread butter, RIP my fallen brothers. When you do it yourself and never tell another. First get money and move undercover. Never underestimate a winner. Silverback gorilla. Yeah, them niggas be rapping their asses off, but real niggas don't fail ya. Yeah, it's about money. Reach for my jewelry, my niggas will kill you. We all lions. Mufasa rings on middle finger. These little niggas so hungry they probably do it for a zinger. I was on the beach sipping tropical punch, shining broad day, wrong place, you be looking like lunch. You don't really know the plug, you surviving off fronts. Free my niggas in the fairs that's doing 10,000 months. It's a cold world, I know what you're thinking. I keep my ear to the street and never miss a beat. Free my niggas locked up, I know they miss the street. Get out, they do the same thing, they keep it on repeat. Silverback gorilla. Yo.